What is going on, everybody? It's Alex coming back at you with another video. Today we are doing the takeaways from week 3. So I haven't posted in 5 days. I am sorry for that. I know you guys tell me not to apologize, but it is true. This is midterms week, so unfortunately I have been extremely busy. However, gonna try to continue getting back on this grind. You know, always gonna give you guys predictions. Always gonna give you guys takeaways no matter what. And we're going to see if a text message pops across my screen here, and I believe it is not. Let's go. Awesome. So, yeah, I'm going to continue trying to put in more videos for you guys because, obviously, I want to keep you guys, all 77 of you who don't all watch the videos, but to Camel Wolf and New England Patriots fan and Cardinalson, you guys are the 3 who really do watch every video, so I do appreciate that. So I'm doing this for you guys, most importantly. And then whoever the hell else watches it, I appreciate you as well. But got a couple games wrong this week. I can't speak English. I mean, just took a huge ass midterm. Jacksonville, what the fuck? Honestly, what on earth was your deal? Yes, I know one of you guys is gonna comment on the fact that my voice just went higher pitched than it was back in middle school. However, that's how like absurd it is that Jacksonville lost this game. Fitzmagic, of course, you can never count him out, so this game isn't as crazy as I thought. But Gardner Minshew really disappointed. He really did. And does that mean he's not the option? I don't think he ever was the option. He wasn't like the number one choice for Jacksonville long term. But it does bring into question whether he can be very consistent as a starting quarterback, because you can't just be losing to Miami when you're at home too. It's not like they were in down in Miami. So Jacksonville, you gotta do something. You gotta do something because they had some pretty close. They had the pretty close games the past 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So they have been definitely something that has been a formidable team. But against Miami, this is the team you lose against. So weird shit's happening in the NFL. I mean, it happens every week. Now I got this game right. New England. Let's talk about the takeaways. I seriously don't like Cam Newton's throwing motion. I legitimately think it's gonna be easy to pick off eventually, but hey, it's working. Rex Burkhead, I honestly think he should be the starting back. I've thought about that ever since I saw him play with Cincinnati. It's really weird. He's a very, very, very talented running back, and I like him a lot. I hate him a lot because he's on the Patriots, and then he was also on the Bengals, 2 teams I don't like. However, he's a very talented dude. In Vegas, you know, there's nothing we learn from you. Like, you're a very talented team, and New England's a very well-coached team as well. And it was just a very good game. So there's nothing I really learned too much about. Darren Waller, only reason he didn't play too well is because he had a knee injury he was rehabbing, and he needed to be at 100%, and he wasn't. So he wasn't really up to his max potential. But I guess the only thing I have to ask is, like, I mean, this offense needs Ruggs to be 100%. So I think that for them to make the playoffs, they need Ruggs to be a big part of it. That's my only takeaway, is that they need Ruggs. Next, Houston Pitt. This was a fun game to watch. I watched only like 3 minutes of it live. I watched the rest after the fact. But man, watching Pittsburgh regain that lead was awesome. Big Ben is looking amazing. Deshaun Watson's still that dude. There's nothing we learned from this game. Nothing we learned. Both teams looked excellent, and they both did a very good job. It was a very fun game. If you guys haven't watched it and you guys have like the NFL Game Day Pass, or you have like the thing where you can rewind it and watch the entire game, that was an excellent game. I just wish Chase Claypool did a little bit more, because I think that dude has the sky potential. And he, again, the whole entire reason Pittsburgh got down into scoring range was because of the fact there was a PI against Chase Claypool. But man, he's a beast. So good job to Pittsburgh. Indianapolis, New York. This was an obvious one, but dude, I'm being very happy as a person who says Sam Darnold's ass. I will update you guys when I go on to my records predictions video, my game picks for this coming up week. I don't know why I said upcoming week. Jeez, today's a rough day, guys. But I'm pretty sure I put him as one of my worst quarterbacks in the NFL, if not the worst. So I'm pretty happy about that. You know, he really sucks, and I'm very proud to say that I've been on that train since he was drafted. So I'm not going to bandwagon. And Phillip Rivers, again, he's not looking too good, but as I said in my records predictions video, he doesn't have to be. He has a great offensive line, and he has a great running game. Even without Marlon Mack, Jonathan Taylor's looking damn good, and I'm very proud to say that he was my number 3 or number 4 running back. And that was just because of his fumbling issues. As a talent, I had him in the first, but fumbling issues. Next, we got this game wrong. Baltimore lost, and I am genuinely surprised because, I mean, Kansas City had a close game against the Chargers, and again, you can't look at week to week and predict every week's going to be the same team. And that's 100% true, and we all know Kansas City has this potential. But I thought Baltimore's offense would be more legit and more efficient, and it just wasn't. It really wasn't, and it's kind of embarrassing. I think Lamar had like 66 yards last time I checked. I don't know if that was the end of the game stats or like third quarter stats, but he had more rushing yards than passing yards at a very late stage of the game, and that is embarrassing. You know, I was starting to get on the train where, hey, Lamar, you're looking like you're competing for the top of the top, like the creme de la creme for a passer. And you can't do that? Come on, man. You gotta get your head and ass wired together. You gotta put up some more consistency than that. I think you'll have a bounce back week next week. This game, really, I should keep it. I should. The Rams got fucking robbed. Honestly, they got robbed. That was the worst PI I've ever seen. The dude literally didn't even touch him. Like there was like no contact whatsoever. I think the NFL needs to bring back that rule where you can review a PI because that's some horse shit. So far we got 3 games wrong versus 1 game last week. Really 2 games. Buffalo. I mean, we didn't really learn anything from this game. I said this was going to be a good game, an excellent game, and I think that it played out excellently down to the final seconds, and both teams looked great. Josh Allen, he's looking like a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Top 5. He's looking damn good. Damn good. Next, Washington, Cleveland. Washington, don't worry if you guys don't already know. Chase Young is going to be back, I believe, next week. So he's perfectly fine. They said he was like, they went into the tent and then he was out with a groin injury. That's a little bit scary, but he's doing chilling. We didn't learn anything from this game either. You know, Washington's offense was garbage, and Cleveland's offense was underperforming. It really, it's like Cleveland's the ultimate team for underperforming, and I'm starting to think that it might be Baker. I was high as hell on Baker, and he looked good, but I seriously think that his cockiness has caught up to him, and he just looks ass now, and it's kind of embarrassing to say that I put my neck out there for Baker. Next, well, shit. Didn't know I was going to have to click that one, but Philadelphia, another thing we learned, you are still underperforming, and I don't know if it's Doug Peterson or Carson Wentz or the entire team, but something needs to change big time, big fucking time. Because the Eagles, you guys should be 3-0 right now. If I'm not mistaken, you're 0-2-1, right? Yeah, that's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing. Like, only the Giants without Saquon Barkley are doing worse than you in your division. That is embarrassing. But whatever, you know, the Joe Burrow looks great. You know, there's nothing we learned on the Cincinnati side. Next, Tennessee, Minnesota, damn near Minnesota victory. I think they unlocked why they're like what they need to do. Run Dalvin Cook. I mean, the dude's gonna get injured within like a couple weeks, but get your wins while you can. You know, the guy, get your money's worth out of this dude. He's an excellent running back, and you have Madison as well. Just rotate those guys. Madison's a great running back. I saw him first play at Boise State, and I thought he was legit. I love that pick. Tennessee, Derrick Henry finally got some touchdowns. Excellent. And Tennessee, you guys need to do some better stuff on defense because you have a damn good defense. And it's kind of weird that Minnesota is being able to pick you apart with Justin Jefferson for 175 yards. And I think we need to halt our horses on Justin Jefferson here. He had an amazing game, but man, those like 5 balls that were completely wide open downfield. And I don't think he's going to get that coverage, that separation every single game. So halt your horses. I don't even know if that's the right phrase, but it's hold your horses. But still, I think we need to halt all the hype on Minnesota because they showed last week that they really do need like the Lord himself to help them out. Next, Carolina Chargers. Got this one wrong too. You know, good job to Matt Rule, and it's nothing wrong with Justin Herbert. The Panthers played well. Honestly, they played well. Mike Davis, excellent like guy to sub in for Christian McCaffrey. And there's nothing we really learned except, Matt Rule is doing a great job there. He has great rotation. Teddy Bridgewater, again, not the answer, but a great interim quarterback. We learned nothing except Christian McCaffrey can at least go out and Mike Davis can fill in. That's it. Justin Herbert did a great job. Just couldn't put him over the top. And it is the way it is. I mean, the poor guys had 2 weeks of preparation. You know, it's like you can't really do too much as a young kid like that. Next, Tampa Bay, Denver. I mean, do we need to talk about this game? No. Ripien looked pretty good though, and he's gonna be starting on Thursday Night Football against Sam Darnold. That's gonna be a fun game to predict, and I don't know what I'm gonna choose for that game. So keep your ears tuned to that. Woo, Chicago! Let's go, bear down. Nick Foles, the savior himself, has come in, and I've been telling you guys, Chicago's Super Bowl contender with Nick Foles. They aren't even a playoff team with Mitchell Trubisky. It's a big difference, and we saw that. We saw it live. Now, don't hold your horses on this one too. Nick Foles did not look like fully greased up, nice wheels turning Nick Foles. He had some very risky throws that should have been picked. However, they didn't get picked. So you know what? He's doing a great job. I'm glad they got rid of that visor because it looked cool. But I mean, he just played so much better without it. So thank God. He was trying to do some Jim McMahon vibes, but thank God he got rid of that. San Francisco, New York. New York just looked like they were done. Daniel Jones, I feel bad for the guy. He is an excellent, talented quarterback, but he really does need help. And he has a bunch of slot wide receivers against a very stout defense with a great pass rush, and you're losing your left tackle to COVID. And it's like, what can you say? The Giants' defense is not too good. Nick Mullins looked pretty good. Jerick McKinnon didn't have too good of a game, like 14 rushes, 37 yards, and a touchdown. But Wilson looked pretty good. So I mean, there's some positives everywhere, and so did what is his name, Brandon Ayuk. He looked pretty good too. So some bright things in San Francisco. Detroit, got that one wrong too. So this week wasn't too successful for me, but again, this was the last second thing. Don't be mad, Cardinals fans. Do not be mad. What we saw, Kyler Murray slipped up, had a horrible couple of interceptions, some horrible passes, should have been a fourth, but he kept playing, and he kept throwing some darts, he kept throwing some dimes. That is what a top 3 quarterback in the NFL will do. As we get an email notification. That is what a top quarterback in the NFL will do, and I think that is excellent. Something to be very proud of, because not every quarterback's going to go through a bad game. I'm sure Russell Wilson's had a 3-pick game before. Ben Roethlisberger, he's had 5-pick games before. These top quarterbacks have these rough games, and he still pushed through it and challenged them to a last-second field goal. Again, Matt Stafford is an excellent quarterback. He's being wasted on this team. So, just don't get your hopes down, Arizona. Detroit always pulls off some crazy shit, and they pull it off against you, and it's good to see that Kyler Murray was not defeated. He kept playing, and he kept throwing the ball, and he did a great job. Next, Dallas, Seattle. This was a good game as well. Honestly, a good game. But Tyler Lockett and Russell Wilson have a great connection. DK Metcalf, dude, really? Really? You gave up on the damn play when you were like at the 1-yard line and got the ball punched out. Like, come on, man. But, I mean, DK Metcalf's a beast. Tyler Lockett's a beast. Seattle's looking like a great team. Dallas finally looked pretty damn competent. I didn't see too much to hate about them. They have a young secondary that is a bunch of dudes on contract, and there's nothing really I can complain about. They're injured, and they need some help, and they will. They'll get it over time. McCarthy's looking like he's a much better option than Garrett, so good job to Dallas. They have a hope. Green Bay, New Orleans, I think we all saw this coming, but man, Drew Brees is not looking good. He really is not. And Aaron Rodgers is looking like he's going back to the prime of his career. I love Aaron Rodgers. He is that man. I did not predict for him to go down. I predicted for him to increase his production because, I mean, you drafted a quarterback in the first. You're trying to say you're replacing me? Hell fucking no. He is lighting it up. Excellent job by Aaron Rodgers. New Orleans, man, it's kind of embarrassing. To be honest, like without Michael Thomas, you can't really do much. And yeah, it was pretty obvious. Lazard's looking pretty good too. I got to see some more consistency, but he's been pretty consistent over the first 3 weeks, and I might have to take my take back on Lazard and just be like, yeah, actually, he's pretty good. So we got to keep our eyes out for that. You know what? Just because I am going to post the video tomorrow, we'll give you some more in-depth, but man, this is going to be a fun game. I want you guys to see this live. Denver versus New York. Sam Darnold and the Ass Jets versus Denver Broncos and Ripien. I'm going to give it to Denver, and you know why? Mekhi Becton, I believe, is out. Because, I mean, you have at least Bradley Chubb coming in and rushing Sam Darnold, and the corners for The Broncos aren't too shabby. They've been in pretty much every game they've played. So apart from against Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay has a loaded team, loaded roster. So I'm going to give it to Denver, and then Rypien looked pretty good. All you have to do is just short passes, and they have a great set of running backs. So I like them a lot. Let me know what you guys think. This is probably a longer video, and I hope you guys enjoyed every second of it. Again, hit that like button, comment, subscribe. On the way to 100, I think we're at 77 right now. I love that. Again, we're going to drop to like 45 by the time I say that. But, hey, it's all fun and games. Let's keep it rolling. So I'll see you on the far side. Peace.